To WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day, we're tracking rounds of strong and potentially severe storms just ahead.
The Orlando massacre has left many people thinking about the terror threat in their own communities. We talked to an expert at the University of Kentucky. You'll hear what he had to say.
And Mayor Jim Gray speaks out against Senator Rand Paul. Find out why ahead.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Andrea Walker reporting. Showers and storms making their way into the bluegrass.
And some of those have the potential to be strong or severe as we head through the afternoon and evening hours. That's why we've declared today a First Alert Severe Weather Day. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Yeah, a lot of those strong and severe thunderstorms so far today have been situated for areas just to our west. I-65 from Louisville through E-Town to Bowling Green, the prime area right now for severe weather. The rest of central and eastern Kentucky, not a whole lot cooking. Had some big storms rolling across the mountains of eastern Kentucky earlier. That was a complex that actually started out the day into sections of northern Kentucky. Lexington Metro, nothing out there. It is just hot. It is humid. But severe thunderstorms taking aim at E-Town and Bardstown, cruising to the south, dropping out of Jefferson County into Bullitt County. And if those hold together, parts of Washington, the Marion County area down into sections of Taylor County may get it on some of that. The storms around Bowling Green are not headed our way. So what are we concerned with? Well, that would be the storms into parts of Indiana. And those storms are really cranking up over the past couple of hours. Watch how quickly we see those thunderstorms that are going gangbusters up there. A ton of lightning, damaging winds, lots of severe thunderstorm warnings with those cells as well. Those will dive toward the southeast and may be in here as we go toward the middle and latter part of the evening. It's a severe thunderstorm watch that is out for parts of central Kentucky, west central Kentucky, Woodford County, Franklin County, and points west. Lexington technically not included in that. You may see that extend a little deeper to the east later tonight. And issued about an hour ago into far northern Kentucky until 11 this evening. Damaging winds and local stream and street flooding would be the primary players with any storms that go up over the next several hours. Guys, coming up here in a little over 10 minutes, I've got a brand new hour-by-hour forecast as we hone in and time those storms from Indiana into central Kentucky.
Chris, thank you. We have a number of breaking news stories. First, we are following breaking news in a high-profile Lexington murder trial. A jury has found Mark Taylor guilty of beating Alex Johnson to death back in 2013.
After over 3 hours of deliberation, the jury found Taylor guilty of murder, kidnapping, and evidence tampering. WKYT's Victor Puente was in the courtroom for the verdict. He's live with the very latest. Victor?
Well, the jury deliberated for just under 4 hours before finding Robert Mark Taylor guilty of murder, kidnapping, and tampering with physical evidence. His defense team had tried to say that the other man charged in this case, Timothy Ballard, was actually the one who killed Alex Johnson. Now, Ballard had testified last week that he helped Taylor put Johnson's body into a barrel and then dumped that barrel into the Kentucky River. He testified as part of his plea deal. Prosecutors showed surveillance video of Taylor and Ballard at a nightclub just a few hours after Johnson had been killed. Taylor said the reason he appeared so carefree in that video was because he was on drugs. He said Johnson was actually a close friend of his and that he had tried to stop Ballard from killing him. Taylor's defense team told the jurors several times that if you didn't believe Timothy Ballard, then Mark Taylor must be found not guilty. Now, the jury obviously did believe Timothy Ballard, finding Taylor guilty on all 3 counts. Now, the sentencing phase is now beginning. We know the death penalty is not an option, but he could face up to 20 years or 20 years up to life in prison. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. We're also tracking a breaking news alert out of Florida. Authorities just announced they have recovered the body of a 2-year-old boy dragged off by an alligator in Orlando. The boy was with his family at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. He was waiting by the edge of the lagoon when the gator grabbed him last night. Authorities say the boy's father fought to get him free but just couldn't pull him away from the gator. We will have much more on this breaking news alert coming up on WKYT News at 5.
And we're also following international breaking news. Egypt says it has spotted the wreckage of the Egypt airplane that crashed into the Mediterranean Sea last month, killing all 66 people on board. The plane disappeared from radar en route to Cairo from Paris. No group has claimed responsibility for that crash. The investigation into the mass shooting in an Orlando nightclub is shifting to the gunman's wife. Police think that Omar Mateen's second wife knew about her husband's plot ahead of time, but they're reluctant to charge her.
The FBI is also looking into whether he might have been leading a secret gay life. Mateen killed 49 people and injured more than 50 others at Pulse nightclub Sunday night before he was killed in a shootout with police. Now, most of us feel pretty safe here in Kentucky, but the threat of terror is still a concern whenever it comes to public spaces. As Rebecca Smith found out, civil liberties plays a role in how we as a country treat terrorism. It's our top story at 4:30.
The question has been asked after this most recent incident of terrorism: is our freedom-loving way of life here in the United States at risk? We came to the experts at the Patterson School of Diplomacy on UK's campus to try to get that answer. A recent trip to Disney World in Orlando had Dr. Robert Farley on edge when he heard about the mass shooting at the nightclub there. It really hit home when word came that the suspected shooter, Omar Mateen, may have scouted the theme park as a possible target.
If you've been to Disney World, it's hard to imagine anyone getting past the front gates there. They're extremely well protected.
He says at other so-called soft targets like Pulse,
gay clubs often do take more precautions than you would expect for expecting violence.
Still, most public spaces in the U.S. are not overrun with metal detectors and armed guards, as is the case in many foreign countries.
I think if there were sort of a long-term, widespread, concerted terrorist campaign like we have seen in France and in Belgium, to a lesser extent in the Netherlands, then you could see the United States government and local police forces taking more aggressive steps.
Farley says civil liberties make protecting the homeland a gray area many foreign countries don't have to deal with.
So the structure there is a little bit different. But still, if you see more attacks like this, certainly I think law enforcement agencies are going to step up and they're going to take a different tack.
In Lexington, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
Guns and national security take center stage on Capitol Hill and the campaign trail.
Republicans and Democrats are at odds over legislation aimed at reducing access to powerful weapons. Adam May reports from the White House.
I'm at my wit's end. I've had enough.
Congressional Democrats are fighting for a no-fly, no-buy bill, which would keep people on the FBI's terror watch list from buying guns.
The Republican majority in the Congress of the United States is a wholly owned subsidiary of the National Rifle Association.
Donald Trump tweeted that he wants to meet with the NRA to discuss the issue. House Republicans in favor of the bill say that could make a difference.
If Donald Trump gets involved, that could certainly give enough Republicans cover to at least allow it to come to the House floor for a vote.
Hillary Clinton is calling on Congress to go a step further. She wants to reinstate the assault weapons ban, signed into law by her husband in 1994 and expired in 2004. A new CBS News poll shows growing support to ban assault weapons, up 13 points since last December.
We do need to stop terrorists from getting their hands on the tools to carry out attacks so easily.
Hillary Clinton essentially wants to abolish the Second Amendment. It is under siege, and we're going to protect it.
The latest Bloomberg Politics poll shows Clinton with a 12-point lead over Trump. Adam May for CBS News, the White House.
Lexington Mayor and Democratic Senate candidate Jim Gray is now joining that call to strengthen Americans' gun laws. Orlando shooter Omar Mateen legally bought guns before killing 49 people and injuring several others. Mateen had been on the terrorist watch list for 10 months before being removed. He was also questioned twice by the FBI. Mayor Gray is asking Senator Paul to support legislation that would block people on the terror watch list from being able to buy a gun.
This is not going to compromise the rights of law-abiding citizens. This legislation was supported by so many in the Congress, and the overwhelming amount of Americans support legislation which will prevent criminals and terrorists and those with mental disabilities from owning and having guns. This is common sense, and this is where we ought to go with this legislation. This is a step forward.
Senator Paul will appear on Kentucky Newsmakers this weekend. We reached out to him today, and he released a statement saying, quote, "In December, I voted to make sure no terrorist can buy guns in the U.S. The legislation I supported, however, prevented the Obama administration from drawing up a secret list of hundreds of thousands or even millions of Americans who, through no judicial process, are stripped of their rights."
Police in a southern Kentucky county took to these streets this morning to round up more than 24 suspected drug dealers. The sheriff in Pulaski County says the people are accused of dealing in meth, heroin, and oxycodone. WKYT's Phil Pendleton has more on the roundup.
It began about 7 o'clock this morning. Police agencies from all over this county armed with 26 warrants fanned out, serving these arrest warrants on dealing everything from methamphetamine to oxycodone and heroin. Police say many of these alleged drug dealers are accused of selling to undercover agents within the last 3 months. I was there as several of them were brought in for processing and then taken to jail. Most made no comments as they were taken away. Some even tried to hide their faces. Police say most of them surrendered willingly and didn't have any major issues in arresting them. Police say the problem is that many of the drug crimes lead to other problems in the community.
A lot of times that means they commit other crimes, thefts, robberies, whatever they have to do to support their habit.
The names of all of those arrested are on these 2 pages given to us by the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. Some are very young, only in their 20s, some older in their 50s and 60s. Some have been arrested many times, some this is their first offense. More of that coming up at 5:30, but for now, in Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And most of those taken to jail were given bonds of $25,000 cash or property.
Police are questioning 2 men after an overnight shooting in Lexington. Witnesses say people in 2 cars were shooting at each other outside Walmart on Richmond Road. Officers stopped one of those cars and found bullet holes in the car. 2 men inside claimed they were there to buy heroin when a man started shooting at them. Police found drugs and 2 guns in that car. They're still searching for the other suspect, who is driving a tan SUV.
Prince William is making history by how he's standing up against bullies. The details coming up on WKYT News at 4:30.
It's not too late to buy. Ashley Home Store Secret Sale has been extended. Time is running out. To get huge savings or no interest until 2022. Don't miss our extended hours Friday and Saturday. Absolutely, and Sunday at Ashley Home Store.
Judge! I know wait! Yeah, wait! We can finally stop playing these wedding gigs and start rocking out!
Hey guys, what's going on?
Buddy, I hope you got that ticket in the same place, bro!
Oh, it was Ronnie's turn to get the ticket.
No, Ronnie. We let Ronnie go last week.
The only way you can win Kentucky's Powerball or Mega Millions jackpot is if you actually buy your ticket.
Ronnie!
Get a whiter, more radiant smile without the severe sensitivity. Whiten up to 8 shades in just 1 appointment at Commonwealth Smiles. Making memories just got a whole lot brighter. Get Zoom at Commonwealth Smiles.
You're a problem solver. Oh yeah, you love solutions. You tackle what matters and sack the rest. It's how you stay in your mom game. I get it. And it's how you fuel hungry kids. Stock the fridge with Lando Frost premium lunch meat. Taste keeps them happy, protein keeps them full. That is a win-win. And a win-win is Mommy Gold. Lando Frost, solving family lunch problems since 1958.
Hi, I'm Mark Krish of Coit Cleaning and Restoration. Almost 50 years ago, we pioneered the drapery and carpet cleaning business. With our certified technicians, innovative cleaning methods, and your satisfaction guaranteed in writing, Coit continues to deliver exceptional customer service. For a limited time, choose from any of our cleaning services and save up to 33% off. That's right, 1/3 off. Is it any wonder why so many homes in the Lexington area have one thing in common, a Coit van in the driveway? Call 1-800-4COIT today.
Monkey Joe's birthday parties are a fun, memorable way to ensure your party is a blast. Super fun for the kids and super easy for the parents. Monkey Joe's, where you party big and play great.
It's not too late to buy. Ashley Home Store Secret Sale has been extended. Time is running out. To get huge savings or no interest until 2022. Don't miss our extended hours Friday and Saturday. Absolutely, and Sunday at Ashley Home Store.
WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day as we track thunderstorms across the region. We're firing up our severe weather cams now to show you that we don't have a whole lot going on across the eastern part of the state. Had a little thunderstorm in Jenkins earlier this afternoon, nothing severe. Louisville to E-Town, that has been the prime corridor so far for some big-time boomers. getting some warnings out of there. Just a hazy sky into most of the bluegrass region right now. That severe thunderstorm watch will go until 10 o'clock this evening for the counties that are shaded in yellow. That's western parts of our region until 11 tonight into far northern Kentucky. It's basically for two separate clusters of thunderstorms. The first cluster lighting up Bowling Green, lighting up parts of Elizabethtown over the next half hour to 45 minutes. Rest of central and eastern Kentucky, scattered stuff that is out there. And I'll tell you, at any point, you can get a thunderstorm to bubble up over top of where you live over the next hour. Lexington area, we are in pretty good shape. Here's that severe thunderstorm between E-Town and Bardstown right now. Severe thunderstorm warnings across southern Kentucky, around Bowling Green, watching the Hoosier State. Thunderstorms, Bloomington, Indianapolis area. Back into parts of Illinois. Well, whatever is there, we'll try to roll toward the southeast as we get a little deeper into the evening, and that may give us at least the threat for some strong and severe thunderstorms into much of central and eastern Kentucky. And also, out ahead of that cluster, notice how we're getting a few cells popping up along the AA highway into parts of Fleming County as well. That future hour-by-hour radar cranking up the storms from northwest to southeast between roughly 6 and 8 o'clock for the arrival time into central Kentucky. This run, by the way, which is different from the last one we were showing you, updates every hour, is now taking that stuff all the way through southeastern Kentucky. Let me re-loop that one more time. 6 o'clock this evening, there we go, 7 o'clock, here comes that line of thunderstorms through Frankfort, Lexington by 8, 9 o'clock or so, and then into southeastern Kentucky by the latter part of the evening. How do we look heading into the day tomorrow? Low 70s in the morning, low 90s coming up tomorrow afternoon. Anyone is fair game for at least a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. Here's the extended version of that hour by hour. And it's very similar to what the future radar is showing. That thunderstorm line zipping through here. By tomorrow morning, a little fog out there. It's muggy. By tomorrow afternoon, it is downright hot. Most areas will hit the low 90s. Humidity abound. Cold front works in from the north as we go toward tomorrow night and into the day on Friday. Friday is a little breath of fresh air. We may still deal with a scattered shower southeastern Kentucky, but look at those temperatures. 5 o'clock on Friday, hello weekend, upper 70s to low 80s, depending on where you are. And by Saturday morning, we may be into the mid and upper 50s to begin the weekend. Now, again, it's a little bumpy getting to that point because you got to fight some storms this evening, got to fight some steams tomorrow. Then Friday afternoon, we see the skies clearing up a bit, upper 70s to low 80s. Very nice, 80 to 85 for Saturday, mid 80s on Sunday. I do think we have another 90 early next week before some stormy changes blow back into the town, middle and end of next week. Thunderstorms this evening, guys, still several hours away, at least the main complex.
And then we're going to get a repeat of today tomorrow.
Yeah,
basically.
Tomorrow's even hotter than what we had today.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
You bet.
It's a foundation for childhood cancer. Alex's lemonade stand set up at all Monkey Joe's. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Monkey Joe's to explain today.
The Silver Bells killer committed 6 murders. His calling card, a single silver bell.
This can't be what it looks like. If we don't control this story, it will ruin all of us.
It does feel like the killer could be someone close to us.
Through a grenade.
Then maybe you should handle me carefully.
Get the credit approval you deserve at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville. If you have a job and $199, you can be approved today. During the Drive and Discover event 2016, Jeep Cherokee's $199 a month. Visit BigMSuperstore.com.
Oh, Jello, America. You know what sounds better than me? Prime rib for $13.99. Bravo! Premium weekends at Golden Corral are making an encore performance. Slice into endless prime rib, carved teriyaki sirloin, premium jumbo butterfly shrimp, and glazed salmon. Dinner's just $13.99. All right, don't fiddle around. Let's eat. Premium weekends only at Golden Corral.
Well, I would recommend Critchfield Meats to anybody that's looking for a quality product and a quality shopping experience. I've never walked in the front door when I wasn't greeted. They appreciate my business, and I appreciate that as a customer.
Nothing brings a family together like fun around the backyard pool. Here is your last chance to make that happen, and the price has never been better. For a limited time, Blue World Pools has the big 15 by 24 Econoline pool for not $3.99, not even $3.49. If you call now, that pool can be yours for only $2.99. That price still includes pump, filter, liner, ladder, and a free automatic pool cleaner. All that including free installation on your ready site for just $2.99. That's a $1,995 value for only $2.99. That's awesome! Call Blue World Pools now and take advantage of this incredible offer. Want more pizzazz? Of course you do! So jump up to our midline pool or grab for it all with Blue World Pools' top-of-the-line classic pool, the ultimate in high-style living. The choice is yours. But remember, this is your last chance to take advantage of our limited-time offer. The price will never get any better than this. How could it? Call Blue World Pools right now and beat that heat.
Do you want to lose weight quickly and safely? Do you want to be healthy for a lifetime? Kim did and lost 238 pounds at Ageless Medical Weight Loss. Betty did and lost 135 pounds. The Ageless program is a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution. Call today for a free consultation.
Save thousands at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville, where you get 25% off MSRP on all the remaining new 2015s in stock. That's up to $14,000 off MSRP. Make the short drive to Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook.
A little lemonade is making a big difference for childhood cancer.
Our Deanne Stevens is out and about at Monkey Joe's with all the details. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys, from Monkey Joe's over here in Hamburg, where we're just sipping on a little lemonade. We're going to tell you why we're doing that here at Monkey Joe's. We got like Wacky Wednesday at Monkey Joe's, and now they have Thirsty Thursdays at Monkey Joe's. Sounds a little interesting.
Well, it is lemonade. So we're doing Thirsty Thursday during the month of June. All pitchers of lemonade will be $1. Of course, the money goes toward the Research Foundation. And, you know, we have so much work to do, but we're just doing our part to try to raise money for the organization.
Now, this isn't Monkey Joe's just here in Lexington. This is all Monkey Joe's across the country. So if you go into any Monkey Joe's, you buy some lemonade, part of the proceeds going back to Alex's Lemonade Stand, which in turn is all about childhood cancers. Tell us about little Alex.
Little Alex was diagnosed with cancer in 2000 at the age of 4, and she wanted to do her part in helping other children with cancer. So she had her parents create a lemonade stand, and all the money that she raised over the next 4 years didn't go to her. Of course, it went to the hospital, and she just wanted to give back to the children of the future to help find a cure. You know, we have hope. We believe.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. And we too can give back. And all you got to do is come on out to Monkey Joe's, enjoy some lemonade, bring the kids, let them jump around. Hey, listen, you might enjoy your Thirsty Thursday a little more if you let the kids enjoy their Thirsty Thursday by giving back here at Monkey Joe's. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Cheers to some lemonade.
Cheers.
Back to you guys.
I'm always jealous of Deanne, I must say.
She sees a lot of different places.
She does. She's always having fun. Prince William is on the cover of the latest issue of leading British gay magazine Attitude.
And this marks the first time a British royal has been photographed for a gay publication. William says he chose Attitude to speak out against bullying because of people because of their sexuality. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge also signed a condolence book for the victims of the terrorist attack at a gay nightclub in Orlando.
Johnny Depp's estranged wife is expected to take the stand this week in a hearing regarding her restraining order against the actor. Heard's attorney sent Depp's lawyer a notice demanding he appear in court as well. She filed for divorce from the Kentucky native late last month, claiming he was abusive throughout their 15-month marriage. Meanwhile, Heard is withdrawing her request for temporary spousal support of $50,000 a month. A judge previously denied her request and was set to make a ruling during the hearing on Friday.
A famous hotel in Las Vegas disappears in a cloud of dust, taking a lot of memories with it. That's ahead at 4:30.
It may be our 70th anniversary, but you're getting the gift. Thousands of dollars in prize giveaways Saturday. From this recliner to a 70-inch 4K TV. Plus 70 months, 0 interest, and double the free stuff. Up to $1,000.
Nobody beats P-Rats. One of the toughest decisions a family has to make is to place a loved one in a nursing home. When you make that decision, you pay for and should expect professional, loving care. Garcia, Artiglaire, and Medby is devoted to protecting the rights of the elderly. If your loved one has been the victim of falls, broken bones, bed sores, dehydration, infection, or malnutrition, or if you suspect nursing home neglect or abuse of your loved one, call Garcia, Artiglaire, and Medby today at 1-844-738-6786. We'd like to help.
It's not too late to save 50 to 70% off name brand furniture at Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs as part of the estate sale of Albert Sandy Suffaletta continues. All of our inventory in Georgetown must be sold at great savings before this location is sold. And you can save at both the Georgetown and Nicholasville locations. Plus, every night, both stores will be restocked from our warehouses until everything is sold. Our Georgetown store will be sold, and we will continue to serve you at Suff's on Nicholasville Road. Hurry in for the best selection of fine furniture at Suff's estate inventory sale.
Days like this are getting harder to find. We're long on life, but short on time. When I get a chance to kick back and unwind, I live for Myrtle Beach days. Myrtle Beach days got blue in the sky, not a care in the air, ocean breeze blowing by, just sitting on the sand, soaking up the sunshine. I live for Myrtle Beach days.
Hi, I'm Travis Morgan with North Broadway Auto Sales. We've been in business for over 20 years. We've got over 200 cars in inventory and thousands of happy customers.
At North Broadway Auto Sales, we never put GPS tracking devices on our cars.
Why pay $500 a month on another car lot when you can come here and pay as low as $250 a month?
At North Broadway Auto Sales, everybody rides.
En North Broadway Auto Sales, todos manejan.
It's PRAD's 70th anniversary sale. And to celebrate, this LG front control washer is $549. A Manna stainless French door dispenser refrigerator, $13.99. 18 months, 0 interest on TVs and appliances.
Nobody beats PRAD's.
It was one of those days where I noticed some dark clouds,
Oh, yeah.
but then I never really saw any kind of a storm. Now, that was
Right.
earlier today.
Yeah, we've been stuck in here kind of sequestered away, so
Yeah.
we don't know what's going on out there. So let's head over to Chris Bailey to tell us.
Hey, here's your window of the world, guys. I got it right here for you. More sunshine now than what we had a little earlier this morning when we had some thunderstorms very close by to Lexington. 88 feels like 95 in Lexington, so it feels much hotter than what the thermometer says, courtesy of a humidity that is up near 60%. Winds are gusting up, so we've got at least that going for us. What we're looking at, though, on your Defender Radar Network, thunderstorms across the Louisville area back toward Bowling Green. Some of those strong to severe thunderstorm watch out for much of the area. Coming up a little later, we will track the possibility of severe weather into central and eastern Kentucky. Right now, let's track the traffic. Here's Officer Don.
Well, two problems working right now. One is a crash inbound Nicholasville at Lowry that's had the right inbound lane shut down in the past few minutes, and also Lowry blocked on the east side. There's also a collision at Tates Creek in Kennesaw. No one's hurt in that wreck. It's causing the issue on Kennesaw itself. Tates Creek is open. Interstate still looks okay. Drive times to Nicholasville look good, and no trouble toward Versailles and Woodford County. To Georgetown on the interstate, it's a straight shot. Now back to you in the studio.
A hotel implosion, the trend of naked dining, and Jurassic parkour. It's the video that will definitely have you talking. Take a look at this.
Okay, Las Vegas bids farewell to one of the city's iconic hotels. There it goes. The 61-year-old Riviera Hotel was sent off with a goodbye event that literally brought the house down. As you can see here, the hotel was raised to make way for an expansion to the city's convention center. In its early days, the historic Riviera was one of Las Vegas's most prestigious hotels and frequently drew stars like Frank Sinatra and Elvis.
All right, a new restaurant in London is taking the old no shoes, no shirt, no service rule and stripping it down. In fact, at this eatery, the less clothes, the better. Bunyadi is London's first naked restaurant, and the only rules are no cell phones and no clothing is... Oh, and clothing is optional. Okay.
Yeah.
The cuisine, like the customers, is also raw with vegan and non-vegan dishes, so picky eaters might need to turn the other cheek. But don't drop trowel just yet. Bunyadi is they currently have a waiting list of about 46,000.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Sorry, Sam. You might be able to get in, but just barely.
Oh, listen to all these puns. Okay. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to skip that one. If Jurassic Park taught us anything, it's that dinosaurs are decent jumpers, but who knew they had what it took to be an American ninja warrior? Clips from the popular physical challenge show featuring a guy running the obstacle course in a giant, goofy T-Rex costume are blowing up on social media. The crowd loses its mind as the T-Rex crushes the course while showing off dynamite moves that can only be described as Jurassic Parkour. Parkour. Okay.
I couldn't do that without the suit.
I'm glad I had your help on that last word. All these stories have just kind of mystified me.
I know.
All right. We've got much more coming up, including the latest on the weather situation, and we'll have that for you next on WKYT at 5.